All right, welcome to the second review. No, technically first. Like, the numbering always gets a bit wonky when we have an impressions vid in a session. But be that as it may, up this time is Anomaly Agent. Become Agent 70 and stop the anomalies threatening to destroy the balance of the world. Anomaly Agent is a cyberpunk action platformer featuring fluid combat, a time-bending story, quirky characters, and a catchy soundtrack via synthwave. Punch or shoot through mobs of enemies, impact the story with your choices, and stop the anomalies before the world plunges into chaos. Use extraordinary anomaly weapons to toss your opponents around. Overcome your enemies using melee techniques or deadly firearms. Modify your gameplay by upgrading your character in different ways. Anyway, so we got the Switch version of this particular title, so it got fobbed off to Pettyfan for review. So how's the game?
It's fine. Roll credits. Okay, yeah, no.
Oh.
Helps if I change over to the correct audio thing.
I would imagine it generally would.
Yeah, they heard me. Yeah, the game is fine.
Okay, that's a good starting point.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this, but it's one of those. I didn't put a whole lot of time into it, but it's also not that hard. Like, I think I'm on like the 3rd level, and it's originally just by looking at like some of the stuff on the Steam page, I was kind of expecting something kind of like a beat-em-up Metroidvania, but it's not really that. It's very much like a stage-based beat-em-up that you can get new powers through. But you, like, unlike with a lot of like Metroidvanias, you don't really backtrack. You're always going forward. So it's less of the Metroidvania I thought it was. And yeah, you got your basic parry, you can dodge. You can get, you can pick up ranged weapons. There's like just a whole bunch of other stuff. There's also weapon or upgrades you can get. Various like dialogue choices you get. You can get different type of like emotional things from allies and enemies, and you can use that as currency for some upgrades, which I kind of cool. You get a couple special moves that are on. The only resource is they are on a timer. Unfortunately, I am kind of stuck at this boss just because I was not paying attention to time. So it was either restart the whole game or just kind of try and do this. The soundtrack is cool. I don't think I'd pick it up outside of the game. Do you know if it is available outside of the game for people who are more into this? Adam?
How much does it cost?
No, the soundtrack sold separately.
Oh, sorry.
Or at least
it
like,
is on Steam.
So good to know, because I know it's hard to see that, you know, on Switch.
Yeah, $2.99 there. I don't think you can buy soundtracks on the Nintendo Switch.
Probably not.
That's a good point.
Well, and also, like, I didn't know if they have it, like, on a Bandcamp or Spotify type system. Because some places do release their, stuff externally. And as far as combat goes, it's a side-scrolling brawler. You can punch, kick. There are parries. There are unparryable attacks. As you progress, you can get abilities that you can follow up on parries with, like this bat I have. Because yeah, like if I had the patience to, I could just sit here and parry all the dude's yellow attacks, and then kind of go from there, like this. Well, yeah, kind of like that. Only if I was better at the game. Part of it's because the button prompts I'm used to. It just has the name of the button, and I've been using the 360 controller so long. This being on the Switch is fucking with my brain. Hardcore, because goddamn it, Nintendo. But that's if you play this on your console of choice, then it's not going to be an issue for you personally, as long as you know your button prompts. And yeah, there's also your other basic accoutrements like a combo meter. You can get critical hits. If you've played this is kind of more of a Genesis era fighter, but they're kind of using cheating 8-bit graphics, if that makes sense.
I mean, nothing about this screams 8-bit to me.
Like some of the model fidelity looks like it could have been
the
on.
Colors are fairly flat, but it looks a little more detailed to me.
Fair. It's definitely not a Genesis game. There's way too much lighting and stuff for that. They're definitely cheating on that. If they want this to be like an actual retro game. But yeah, the game is fine. What are we looking at price-wise?
So there is a bit of a price disparity going on here. For the Nintendo Switch, this clocks in at $14.99, though it is on sale for the next couple of days at time of recording, down to $12.74. The Steam price is $11.99. The soundtrack bundle is $13.48, and this is not on sale.
If you're really into these kind of old school beat 'em up type things, I wouldn't pay any higher than 14. That's definitely, if this was $20 on Switch, I'd probably definitely be a no on that. But 15, fair. This seems like something that'd be from the Xbox indie scene from back in the day, and those ran about 15. So something like that, that's a fine price. But definitely, if you have the option to get it on PC, probably go with that. Just because it's cheaper, and I'm assuming it's probably the same game.
I mean, it's hard to imagine it not being the same game.
I mean, you would be surprised, but yes, at least in this era, they are mostly the same games.
I mean,
now,
a game of this
Yeah.
of this level. Like, it's probably not compromised by the Switch's hardware.
Yeah. And if it is, then holy shit! What the hell is the quote unquote original game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this game is fine. Pick it up on your platform choice. Is it just PC and Switch, or are there other consoles?
I think it came out for everything.
Yeah, so play it on your Magic Game Box of choice.
Let me just check.
Yeah, as far as Switch goes, there isn't any like things that would be, inherent to the Switch port. Like I didn't feel any like HD rumble or.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, there wasn't any HD rumble. There is a weird thing with the Switch. At least,
Except it's not on PlayStation platforms.
huh?
That must mean Microsoft gave some money somewhere down the line.
Possibly.
They might have thought it was a good Game Pass fit. I know generally that's how that works.
Right.
It's like,
you can release on Switch, just not on Sony. Type deal.
It's more if you see a game like this release on one of the current gen platforms, like the most powerful stuff, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of resources. It's if you see one and not the other, that means Microsoft and or Sony invested some resources here. Generally.
Yeah.
Like, it's not all the time. It's like, but that's how it works in the generalities. Anyway.
And I guess something to note with, at least I've noticed with the Switch version, you can only control with the joystick. You can't use the D-pad. So if you like playing your 2D fighters with the D-pad, sorry? I don't know if that's in every version, or if it's just the Switch version, but something to keep in mind. And I didn't see anything in settings to fix that. Like, I guess because there's like an anomaly equipment slot in the down arrow button, you can't use the arrow keys for some reason, which, I mean, they could have easily let me push in, right click, left to right click a joystick for that, but that's just my 2 cents.
Right.
And they do have options to turn off screen shake and screen flash if those are an issue for you. Good to see stuff like that, being utilized, because, yeah. And yeah, the game is fine. Any other questions or comments from you guys, or?
I'm good.
But yeah. I'm real quick running through the first round a little bit to just kind of show how the game's supposed to go. Like, it's a hallway runner. Not really. I shouldn't call it
what we used
runner.
to call a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
A belt scroller.
There we go. Well, yeah, only it moves at whatever pace you want it to, but yes. Though there are like later on there are terrain levels though where it is an auto scroll.
Yeah.
And yeah, like there are, general dialogue things. Most of them don't matter. I think it's only the yellow text, I want to say. And I guess something to note, like, if your health does get low, there is kind of like, after you kill an enemy with low health, there's more of a chance for them to drop a healing item. So it is nice that that's there. I think it's an easy mode feature, but it's still... I don't think there are any other ways to heal, unless it's... Oh, yeah. This is another thing where you can kind of change gravity around in some levels. Because anomalies. Oh, yeah, you heal between rooms. I don't know if that's in harder difficulty levels too, or what. I only play this on, like, easy or normal. So, to each their own. But yeah, now I think that's it.
All right. So I think that'll about do it for Anomaly Agent here.
Yep.
Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax reviews Shark Shark.